Hello everyone, FedEx Gaming here, and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build two-way flying machines, one vertical and one horizontal. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the horizontal one. So all we have to do is get inside of our boat right here, and then click this button, and we will start moving across the air on our nice little flying machine. And I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video because this is going to take a little while. And as you can see, we have reached the other side of our build. So now what we have to do is get inside this minecart, get out of the minecart, and go on our merry little way. However, when we're ready to go back across the lava mode or whatever you're going to have down here, just get back inside your boat, click the button, the redstone blocks will get pushed back to the side, and we will go the opposite direction, right back over. Next up, we are going to be looking at the vertical flying machine. Now, this one only works in a few directions, so it is directional based. As long as you follow along when I'm building it, as you can see, I'm facing the east right now. I will show the map while we are building it, just in case you get mixed up. Make sure you are facing the exact same way I am on the map, and I don't think I'm in my moose skin. I do not know why I don't have my moose skin on. Am I Steve right now? No, wait, what is going on? Did you see that? Look at my hands. My hands are Steve, even though I'm a moose. Okay, never mind, whatever. Let's just look at this vertical flying machine. So all you have to do is get inside of this minecart right here, click the button, and we will start being lifted up into the air, so it makes for a nice elevator as well. And then once we reach the top, we will stop once we get up there. You can make it go as high as you want, and also with the horizontal one, you can make it go as far as you want. But once we reach the top right here, as you can see, we can stop, and then we get outside of our minecart, and we can go on our merry little way. However, when we're ready to go down, all we have to do is get back inside our minecart, click this button, and we will just start descending back to the bottom of our base. Now, this one actually takes a little while to descend, so I highly recommend maybe just putting a water source, clicking the button, and then just jumping down into the water. But if you want to go all the way down, that is absolutely fine. So there you guys have the horizontal and vertical flying machines. Let's go ahead and start building these things. Alright guys, so normally I give the dimensions for a build. However, this is just for fun. I'm only going to be giving the resources. So the resources you're going to need for this build are 8 sticky pistons, 6 regular pistons, 4 redstone repeaters, 2 blocks of redstone, 16 redstone dust, 4 slime blocks, 2 sand, 2 buttons, and 2 immovable objects, and also 1 boat. So to get things started off with this build, we're going to place down a block and then put an immovable object on top of the block. I'm going to be using a furnace because it is the easiest immovable object to get my hands on. And then right next to the furnace, we're going to place down a slime block off the side of it. Next up, what I want you to do is come out 2 blocks from the slime block, 1, 2, break this block here, and put a piston facing inwards towards your slime block. Next up, break the block behind your piston, and then place a sticky piston facing off this way, off the piston. Then off your sticky piston, place another slime block, and then in front of this slime block, we're going to be placing another normal piston. So put a block down right here, and place another normal piston facing inwards toward your slime block. So we're going to have a slime block, a normal piston, a sticky piston, slime block, normal piston. Next up, come back over here to your movable object once again and go back into sneak mode and place a normal piston facing off the side of your immovable object. Place a slime block in front of this normal piston, and then right here we're going to place a sticky piston going into this slime block. So just put a block down here and then put a sticky piston facing inwards towards your slime block. Then on this side, we're going to place a normal piston facing off the back of our sticky piston, and then place another slime block off of that. So this side, we're going to have a normal piston, a slime block, a sticky piston, a normal piston, and a slime block. Next up, what I want you to do is place 2 blocks of redstone right here and right here. Then we're going to make our way back over here to our immovable object, our furnace, and place a block off the side of it. Come up 2 blocks, 1, 2, and then we're going to place a button off the side of this block. So place your button right here. Next up, come out 3 blocks from here, 1, 2, 3, break this middle block right here and place a sticky piston in between the middles of them facing towards the flying machine. Then we're going to break the block right behind it, and then we're going to come out this way with a block and put a repeater going this way on 4 ticks delay into this sticky piston. Then we're going to come up a block behind it and a block over and place 3 pieces of redstone dust along all these blocks. So 1, 2, and 3. Then right over here off this side, we're going to come down a block and then put another piece of redstone dust on top of this block with a piston facing upwards and a piece of sand on top of it that will create a monostable circuit. Then what we're going to do is place a block next to both these redstone blocks, 1, 2, and then we have to put sticky pistons going into both of these blocks. So come out 2 more, 1, 2, break the middle, do the same thing, 1, 2, break the middle, and then place a sticky piston facing towards your block. So 1 here and 1 right here, and then we're going to go ahead and put blocks coming from this piston all the way along to the end of this sticky piston. Then coming out of this sand block, we're going to place a repeater on 2 ticks delay. And then we're going to put redstone dust along the whole entire area. And that is it, guys. You are completely done. If I click this button right now, this thing will start up and it will start going that way forever. But before we do that, we want to find an end point of where we want this thing to stop. So all we have to do is start off where this slime block is and follow a line going all the way down. Make sure you do not go off track. You follow this line exactly all the way down as far as you want. As long as there's no obstacles in the way and this thing has nothing in front of it, it can go as far as you want it. So I'm going to go, let's say right here. I'm going to stop right here and we're going to put another removable object right here. So come up a block and put a furnace right here as your removable object. So now what we could do is go ahead and test it out to make sure everything is working. So just click your button and as you can see, our flying machine will start up and it will start going all the way down until it reaches over here to this immovable object. And then we're going to build the exact same thing we built there on this side as well. It's that simple, guys. So once it reaches over here and the immovable object stops it, we're just going to build the exact same thing. So we are almost there and boop, it has made it. So now what we have to do is come off where our furnace is and just build the exact same thing we did over there. We're going to put up a block right off our immovable object, come up 2 blocks, put a button off the side of it. Next up, we're going to come out 3 blocks from here, 1, 2, and 3, break this block, put a sticky piston facing inwards towards this block right here. Next up, we're going to put another block right next to our sticky piston with a 4-tick delay repeater going into that sticky piston. Come up a block, and then over a block and place 3 pieces of redstone, 1, 2, and 3. Next up, we're going to come down a block with a piece of redstone, place a piston facing upwards with a sand block on top of it. Next up, come out 3 blocks from these redstone blocks, 1, 2, 3, break the middle one, do the same thing again, 1, 2, 3, break the middle, and then go ahead and place in 2 sticky pistons facing inwards towards those blocks. Next up, bring a line coming all the way down from this piston to the last sticky piston right over here, and then place a repeater coming out of this sand block on 2 ticks delay with redstone along all of it. And there you guys have it. That is the other side completely done. So if I click the button, it should go back over to the other side. As you can see, there goes our flying machine and it's moving its way back over there. And then we have one last thing to do. All we have to do is just put our boat on it and it will be completely done. And then you can go ahead and clean it up however you like. Just make sure you put immovable objects along the sides of wherever the slime blocks are so they don't move anything. So once it reaches over here, we can go ahead and place in our boat. So to place in your boat, all you have to do is place down 4 blocks like this. Go ahead and take out your boat, place in your boat, and then what I like to do is just scoot it along till it's in the middle of all 4 of these blocks, and then go ahead and break all the blocks once it's in the middle like that. And now our boat is in place. And now, like I said, you can clean up this entire area. You can place normal blocks up here and you can place normal blocks on top of this area, but wherever you see a slime block, you are going to have to place down a furnace or some sort of immovable object, because anything that passes by a slime block, it will pick it up. And this thing is already at max capacity. This thing already has 12 blocks on it, so it cannot hold anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and put immovable objects along the whole entire side like this, and we're going to go ahead and put immovable objects along this whole entire inner side as well until we reach the end over here. Beautiful. And then, like I said, you can place normal blocks wherever the slime blocks won't touch. You can go ahead and place normal blocks. But there you guys have it. That is how you build a horizontal flying machine that goes both ways. And then also what I'm going to do is place down a minecart as well. You don't have to do this, but sometimes you'll glitch into the boat, and when you get out of it, you'll keep getting stuck inside the boat and it gets very tedious. So all I did was I used soul sand. Let me get out my soul sand real quick. So you're going to need at least a piece of soul sand. You're going to need a minecart and at least a rail. So to do this, all you have to do is just choose a side that's closest to the boat. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my soul sand right here that's close to the boat. We're going to place a block right over the soul sand, place down our rail, place our minecart, and then break the block and let our minecart fall into our soul sand. Next up, all you have to do is just take out your blocks of choice that you're going to be using as your flooring and go ahead and fill in the entire area. As long as that minecart is inside the soul sand, it should not fall out. So as you see, if I walk over here to the minecart, it will not move. It will not move because it is technically underneath where our soul sand is. Let me go ahead and grab that minecart. I think I'm going to need it. So now when we're inside of our boat and we want to get out, all we do is get inside the minecart and then go on our merry little way. So let's go ahead and get inside our boat. Click the button once again, and I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video, and it's going to scoot along all the way to that side. Now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what I meant when you get outside of a boat. If you're, well, I don't know if I'm fly mode right now, but when you get out of it, you get stuck inside the boat sometimes. Oh, I didn't get stuck that time. Good. So what we're going to do is just clean up this area as well. You can place your blocks, normal blocks above it, as long as it's not touching any of the slime blocks. And then right wherever any slime blocks are, take out your removable objects and just place down furnaces, or you can place down obsidian, whatever sort of movable object that you want to use for your build. It's getting a little hectic because I'm talking really fast. So we're going to bring down our furnaces going along this whole entire area as well, and then anything below it or above it we can place in a normal block. But there you guys have it. That is the entire horizontal machine. I don't have to keep showing it to you. And then, like I said before, if you want to go ahead and put in another minecart over here, just place down your soul sand, block above it, rail, place your minecart on top of the rail like this, and then break the block and let your minecart fall into place, and then go ahead and put whatever flooring that you want to use around your soul sand. All right guys, so now we're going to be building the vertical flying machine. So this one is directional based, so just be facing east on the map as I am. As you can see, my little character is facing towards the east on the map. If you face any other direction, it probably will not work, and then you're going to be saying in the comment section below it doesn't work because you weren't listening. So let's go ahead and get the resources for this build. So the resources you're going to need for this build are 3 sticky pistons, 7 normal pistons, 4 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone block, 9 redstone dust, 2 buttons, 6 slime blocks, 1 sand block. We're also going to need 1 minecart, 1 rail, and we're also going to need 2 immovable objects such as furnaces. Alright guys, so to start things off with this build, what you're going to have to do is break down a block and place in one of your immovable objects, such as a furnace, into the ground, because we don't want the slime block connecting to any blocks on the floor. Next up, we're going to take out our slime blocks and place in 3 slime blocks going up, so 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to face one over towards the right, and then one down towards the front like this, so it makes like a backwards R shape. And then right off of this one up here, we're going to place in another one like that. So now it kind of looks like a thunderbolt in a way, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, facing towards the east still. Next up, we're going to take out our normal pistons and face a normal piston upwards off this block right here. Then off the block in this corner, we're going to place a sticky piston facing upwards right next to that normal piston off of this block. Then right above the main set of blocks right here, we're going to place another sticky piston facing downwards. So just place a block right here and place your sticky piston facing downwards off the 3 blocks right in the middle. And then off this block right here, we're going to place a normal piston facing downwards. So place a block right here, and then just put a normal piston facing downwards like this, and then make sure to break that block next to it. And that's pretty much going to be our whole entire flying machine done. So now all we have to do is just make the inputs to start it up, and we will be completely done. So what you want to start off by doing is placing your redstone block right here in between these 2 pistons, still facing east. As you can see, there's the sun. So we're still facing east. So there's our redstone block in between these 2 pistons. And next up, what we're going to do is come out 2 blocks from here. So let's go ahead and take out some normal blocks, not sand. We're going to come out 2 blocks, 1, 2, and we're going to place a sticky piston facing towards this redstone block, still facing towards the east. See, we can see the sun right here. We're going to face our sticky piston towards this redstone block like this. And then next to this sticky piston, we're going to place a normal piston like this, facing away, facing towards this slime block right here. Next up, come out 1 block from this slime block right here. So put a block here, and then come out 1 right here and place in your block. Put a piece of redstone dust on top of it. And then we're going to place a block right above your redstone dust with another piece of redstone dust on top of that block as well. Then right above this block, place another one with a button on top of it. This is going to be activating everything. Then right next to the block with the redstone, come right behind it, and we're going to place a piston facing upwards. And this is where we're going to need our sand block. Place your sand on top of your piston. That will create a monostable circuit. So when I click this button, it goes up, and then it comes down. And then we're going to place a block right next to our piston, and then coming out of this sand block, place a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay. Then we're going to go ahead and put a block up in front of our 1 tick delay repeater and a block down right next to this sticky piston. Next up, break the middle block and place in a piece of redstone dust. Come out another block with another piece of redstone dust, and then come out another block this way and put a repeater going into this piston like this on 2 ticks delay. Next up, we're going to come right underneath this piece of redstone dust right here and place in another block going this way. And we're going to put a repeater going this way on 4 ticks delay. And then go ahead and place a block in front of your 4 tick delay repeater so it activates that piece of redstone dust. Then right underneath this redstone, we're going to take out another normal piston and place in a normal piston right here. And that is our whole entire activation sequence. It looks exactly like this. So when I click this button, it will start going up into the air, but we don't want to click it right now. We want to put in our movable object at the top so this thing doesn't keep going up and up and up and up and up until it goes all the way to the sky and we lose it. So we're going to go ahead and put a block right here and a block over, and then come up as high as you want. So right above where this slime block is, come up all the way as high as you want for your vertical thing to go. So I want to just go up this high right here. We're going to place in our furnace like this, and then we can go ahead and break all the blocks underneath our furnace. Make sure you place it right above where that slime block is. So right where we can see the slime block, our furnace should be right above it. So if I click this button, it should start activating, and it will start going all the way up into the air. And then once it reaches the top, we'll do the activation code for the top as well. Alright guys, so to start things off with our descending input, what I want you to do is come over to where this redstone block is off the left hand side, and we're going to come out 2 blocks, 1, 2, break this block right here, and put a piston facing inwards towards this redstone block like this. And next up, what we're going to do is come out one block right here next to this redstone block and place another piston facing inwards towards this slime block. Next up, what I want you to do is we're going to send power to both of these pistons. It's going to be very easy. So all we have to do is just put a block right here and just literally wrap it all the way around until we hit this piston right here. Next up, just put redstone dust like this. And then all we have to do is just put a repeater anywhere along this redstone on 2 ticks delay. So put a repeater right here on 2 ticks delay. And then all we have to do is just put a block up with a button coming off the side of it, and that is going to be our descending part. So all we have to do is just click this button, and now our build will start descending to the ground. Now all that's left to do is just put in our minecart and we will be completely done. So go ahead and place a block right above this piston that is facing downwards right here. Just place any block, doesn't matter. Place a rail on top of it with a minecart and then break the block. The minecart should fall down. And now what you're gonna have to do is scoot this minecart so it's above this piston and this piston right here, just a little bit. All it has to do is be touching it just a tiny bit. So just push it along until it's right above it. So a little bit more. Let's push it just a tiny bit more till it's right above that other piston like that. Beautiful. So now you are completely done, guys. So if we get inside of our minecart and then we click this button, we will start going all the way up into the air. As you see, we are going all the way up. The reason why it needs to be in between both pistons, because when it goes invisible like that, you don't want to fall through it. If you fall through it, you're going to die. So make sure the minecart is in between both of those pistons so you don't accidentally fall through and die. Then all we have to do is just get outside of our minecart, and now all you have to do is just put a little border around it. So what I did with this one, since there's no slime blocks that reaches this height, all I did was just put a whole entire little tiny border around this entire area like this. So when we get outside of our minecart, we can walk right out. So we're just going to place blocks like this. Do not place a block right here, because when the minecart is coming up, you don't want to get stuck inside the block. So don't place a block here, and don't place a block right here as well, because you're just going to get in the way of the piston. So that's going to be our entire upper part right here. So when we get outside the minecart, we can go do what we have to do. But then when we're ready to leave, just get inside the minecart, click this button, and we will start descending back down into the floor. Alright guys, so when you put the floor down here, you're going to have to use immovable objects because the slime blocks will be going past this area. So all I did was I went like this and I took blocks and just put it all the way around the entire thing, and then we're going to just take out our removable objects and place immovable objects along the entire thing as well. So I just put blocks like this, and then what we're going to do is just take out our removable objects and then break every single block we placed in and place immovable objects in its place. So go ahead and put around the entire thing furnaces, just like this, so when the blocks go up, they don't accidentally grab one of the blocks and the whole entire thing breaks. So there we have it. You can see we can't place any more, because when this goes up, oh, we can actually place one more right here. We can place one more right here, and we can also place one more right here if we want to as well. So there you guys have it. There is the floor. So if we get inside of our minecart, click the button, we should go right up just fine. So we start going up into the air, and then once we reach the top, we can click the button again. Once you have reached the top, just get outside of the minecart and then go on your merry little way. But however, when you're ready to leave, just click the button once again and you will start descending into the bottom. But there you guys have it. That is how you build a vertical and horizontal two-way flying machine. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys, peace.